for remaining 80% current affairs video and general studies complete videos, please subscribe to our complete package. 4. Tea exports increase as production dips. Why? There is a decline in the tea production in India. What are the ideal climatic conditions and topography for tea production? Which are important tea-producing states of India? What is the status of Indian tea production compared to global tea production? GS Paper 3, Indian Economy, Industrial Economy, Tea Industry of India. Why there is a decline in the tea production in India? Tea production in India dips 5% in South India and 1.2% in North India. Tea exports have registered a 7.25% increase by volume and a 4.2% increase by value between April to October 2015. Interestingly, India records a dip in the production of tea after a gap of 5 years. Reports from Northeast and South said that tea plantations are in doldrums due to various factors including adverse climatic conditions. Failure of monsoon showers had made drought-like condition and affected production very badly. Kerala tea plantation workers had called for strike, demanding Rs 500 as daily wage. The tea factories of Kerala were shut down as the meeting of the Plantation Labour Committee failed to have a consensus over the issue. What are the ideal climatic conditions and topography for tea production? Tea grows in a moderately hot and humid climate, which is preferred for better yield, crop distribution and quality. Temperature. An ambient temperature within 13 degrees Celsius and 28 to 32 degrees Celsius is conducive for growth of tea. Temperature above 32 degrees Celsius is unfavorable for optimum photosynthesis. It is synergically disastrous for the crop if it is accompanied by low humidity. In India, the temperature in winters is around or below 12 degrees Celsius and there is hardly any growth during this period. This is called winter dormancy. Rainfall, 150 to 250 centimeters of rainfall is required for tea cultivation. Soil. Tea shrubs require fertile mountain soil mixed with lime and iron. The soil should be rich in humus. Land. Tea cultivation needs well-drained land. Stagnation of water is not good for tea plants. Heavy rainfall but no stagnancy of water, such mountain slopes are good for tea cultivation. Which are important tea-producing states of India? India is the largest producer and consumer of black tea in the world. Tea is grown in 16 states in India. Assam, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, and Kerala account for about 95% of total tea production. India's major tea-producing districts/areas are as follows. Assam, Darrang, Golpara, Kamrup, Lakhimpur, Dibrugarh, Nagaon, Sibsagar, Cachar, Karbi Anglong, North Cachar. West Bengal, Darjeeling, Terai, West Dinajpur, Doors, Cooch Behar. Tamil Nadu, Kanyakumari, Tirunelveli, Madurai, Coimbatore, Nilgiris. Kerala, Kannur, Palghat, Kozhikode, Malappuram, Trichy, Trivandrum, Quilon, Kottayam, Ernakulam, Idukki, Wayanad. Karnataka, Chikmagalur, Coorg, Hassan. The largest state with area under tea plantations in India is Assam. What is the status of Indian tea production compared global tea production? India is world's second largest tea producer after China. In 2013, India's estimated tea production was 900 million kilograms, which counts for around 23 to 24% of global tea production. The top 5 producer countries of tea are China, India, Kenya, Sri Lanka, and Turkey. In 2007, in India, there was an area of 579,353 hectares under tea cultivation. Out of these, 459,613 hectares was in North India and 119,740 hectares in South India. Around 4.16 lakh hectares was under big growers and around 1.62 lakh hectares was under small growers. 5. NO2 emission rising in India, new NASA air quality maps show. What are the key facts that NASA satellite map disclosed? What are the environmental impacts of NO2? What are the health impacts of NO2? GS Paper 3, Environment and Ecology, Air Pollution. What are the key facts that NASA satellite map disclosed? The emission of the nitrogen dioxide pollutant has gone up significantly in the South Asia region, including India, during the 2005 to 2014 period, severely affecting air quality in the process, NASA satellite maps show. The US and Europe are among the largest emitters of nitrogen dioxide, but both regions also showed the most dramatic reductions between 2005 and 2014. South Asia is increasing its NO2 levels from 2005 to 2014 associated with booming economies. India also marking an increase in the NO2 levels owing to its ambitious infrastructure development, such as new coal-burning power plants in the Chhattisgarh region. One of the largest increases occurred over Jamnagar, India, the site of the largest petrochemical complex in the world. Dhaka, Bangladesh, had the largest increase, 79%, of any world city. They found that China, the world's growing manufacturing hub, saw an increase of 20 to 50% in nitrogen dioxide, much of it occurring over the North China Plain. What are the environmental impact of NO2? Ground-level ozone, smog. It is formed when NO2 and volatile organic compounds, VOCs, react in the presence of heat and sunlight. Ozone can be transported by wind currents and can cause health impacts far from original sources. Acid rain. NOx and sulfur dioxide react with other substances in the air to form acids, which fall to earth as rain, fog, snow or dry particles. Some may be carried by wind for hundreds of miles. Acid rain causes deterioration of cars, buildings and historical monuments, and causes lakes and streams to become acidic and unsuitable for many fish. Water quality deterioration. Increased nitrogen loading in water bodies, particularly coastal estuaries, upsets the chemical balance of nutrients used by aquatic plants and animals. Additional nitrogen accelerates eutrophication, which leads to oxygen depletion and reduces fish and shellfish populations. Global warming. One member of the NOx, nitrous oxide, is a greenhouse gas. It accumulates in the atmosphere with other greenhouse gases, causing a gradual rise in the Earth's temperature. This will lead to increased risks to human health, a rise in the sea level, and other adverse changes to plant and animal habitat. What are the health impact of NO2? The main effect of breathing in raised levels of nitrogen dioxide is the increased likelihood of respiratory problems. Nitrogen dioxide inflames the lining of the lungs, and it can reduce immunity to lung infections. This can cause problems such as wheezing, coughing, colds, flu and bronchitis. Increased levels of nitrogen dioxide can have significant impacts on people with asthma because it can cause more frequent and more intense attacks. Children with asthma and older people with heart disease are most at risk. What needs to be done to control NO2 emissions? Implementing national fuel quality standards. Supporting the implementation of tighter vehicle emission standards. Developing a national environment protection measure for diesel to improve the in-service performance of diesel vehicles. Developing and promoting alternative fuels. Developing pollution forecasting systems for Australia's major cities. Promoting bicycle use for short journeys through Cycle Connect, and working with the states and territories through programs such as Travel Smart to influence passengers' transport choices.